Last question to do. Calculate the total vertical distance now when it actually only travels 5 bounces. Unlike the other one is like, wait till it goes all the way. So you're going to get a bounce, and it's bounce and bounce and gets less and less and less and starts to roll. That would make it infinite. We're not after infinite anymore. We're talking the 5th bounce. So we start here, and we can actually, since this was 100 meters and it drops to 75%, so our T1 is still 75. That has not changed. But the thing is, it bounces once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. We want to figure out what is this height that it's going to bounce to right up here. That's what we're after. So we're actually after the T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, the T5 height, but now we want to calculate the total distance, which means the distance up and the distance down each time. But look, this is no different than what we've just finished doing. But we're not going to use infinite now because, of course, we're not going an infinite number of bounces. We're actually going only 5 bounces. So how are we going to do this? Yes, we're going to find S5. S5, T1 is still 75. Your R ratio is still 0.75 because it's going up to 75 times the height, 75%. The N is going to be 5. Subtract 1 over 0.75 minus 1. Okay, we're using the old formula now. All right, so how do we do this? Very simple. We're going to boot up our calculator, and we're going to start with this 0.75 to the power of 5. Always remember bed mass. Okay, so 0.75 to the power of 5, and you're going to find out that that's actually quite a small number. Look at this. It's very tiny. It's a very tiny number. But since it's only 5 bounces, this is quite significant. We're going to go back to here. So that's that number we just figured out. We're going to subtract 1 from it. Okay, so here we go. Subtract 1 from it. Boom, that gives you that. All right, gives you a negative number. Oh, that's kind of freaks me out a little bit. Well, don't let it. Watch what happens. This is now multiplied by 75, which is our T1. Okay, so let's multiply it by 75. There's our T1. Everything's still good, still a negative number, but now watch. We're going to get rid of that negative because look, 0.75 subtract 1 means you're going to divide by a negative 0.25. Ah, that's where it comes. So negative, negative, of course, becomes a positive. So divide this by negative 0.25, and you get an answer of 228.8, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's go back to this, 228.8. All right, 228.8. Now, what does that number mean? That just means the number going up, up, up. And that's the sum of all the values going up. Well, don't forget, we're going down, down, down. So we have to multiply this number by 2, okay? So since it's still on the calculator, let's use that. Multiply it by 2. Gives us 457.6. Very cute. Okay, let's go back to this. 457 is what this works out to be. Okay, 457.6. But here's another interesting thing. Don't forget the initial height that it dropped, which is 100. You got to add that to this. So, coming back to this, add the 100, okay? And you end up getting, 557.6. 557.6 meters. 557.6 meters is the total distance the ball travels up and down by the 5th bounce.